This is Pandemic Legacy Season 1, Game 1 initial setup. I won't be able to show you the entire game, but I figured I could turn it on whenever there's a pivotal moment. So this is the initial setup. There's 3 in Beijing, Algiers, and Kinshasa. I'm playing with the Generalist, Scientist, and Medic. And this is the initial setup. I've got top secret cards, I have top secret dossiers, and some numbered packages as well. So let's get to it. I just hit my second epidemic, and I'm getting the first legacy card that told me draw it as soon as the second epidemic has been completely resolved. The disease with the most cubes on the board is now classified. It can no longer be found using known techniques. Oh, fuck. So I'm maybe 10 minutes into Pandemic Legacy, and the blue disease is now known as CODA403A. It cannot be cured. I have a new objective for the game. Discover cures to yellow, red, and black. I don't have to cure blue because it cannot be cured. I just found that sticker in this window number 19, as I was told to do so based on this card. So this is a tense situation. My infection rate, I've had 4 epidemics. My player deck is getting pretty thin. I still need to win to get the yellow and black cure. Scientist has black cure more than covered. Generalist, I need 1 more yellow. So my plan, that's the medic's turn, I'm going to end in Bogota so that the Generalist can get that Bogota card on my next turn. The verge of winning, but I've lost games at this point before. I only need to redeem the yellow cure to win. The Generalist can do that on his turn. It is the medic's turn. I need to survive this, and I have a 1 quiet night. So I feel super confident that this is going to work. So, medic on his turn. He's going to go up to Washington. 1, 2. And for 2 actions, we'll get rid, use his treat action, and since he's the medic, that's all the cubes in Washington. So, end of the medic's turn. I'm playing the 1 quiet night. So I do this. No epidemic even. So he gets yellow cards. He can discard them anyways. 1 quiet night skips the infector. So now we're at the Generalist, who is in Bogota. I'm building a research station in Bogota. Gotta get this out. Oh my god. And he has 5 yellow cards. That redeems the yellow cure, which met the objective, discover cures to the 3 normal diseases. I have won my first game of Pandemic Legacy. Let's see what happens next. At the conclusion, I receive this. Scratch this bonus off if you win a game in January, and I have to destroy it at the end of February. So, let's see what it is. For any game played in February, remove 1 disease cube from the board. So that's a nice little bonus. What's interesting, if you win the game, your funding level is cut by 2. which means I started with 4, and I only have 2 of these kind of cards. So it's interesting that by winning, they're making it harder. So I get a little bonus, but it also becomes harder as I only have 2 of these sort of bonus cards next time. If I would have lost, I would have had 6 on my next time. Now I have to choose 2, win or lose, 2 upgrades for my next turn. Mutations are only if you eradicated a disease, which I never ever do, and I didn't in this game. So I can't do that. So I can upgrade my character, and I have 5 characters. Interesting, no operations expert. With 6 of these upgrades. You can turn a regular city card, such as Cairo, into an event card, which is kind of cool. But, some of these I'm thinking, may only come up, late in the game. So it may not be super helpful. I can get research stations, which would be really helpful. But I feel like character upgrades will let me do stuff on every turn, making my characters much stronger. So I'm thinking that's the way I'm going to go. First upgrade, let me get this out of there. I've turned my generalist into a pilot. I did this because I feel like I often want to fly to places but don't, because I'm trying to get the cure for that color. So this will allow me to fly and then use it for a cure later on. For my second upgrade, I put a sticker for a research station in Karachi. It seemed like the midpoint of the hardest place to get to. So now for next game, I'll have one in Atlanta and in Karachi. So I can either drive to Europe, drive to Asia, or sort of fly into the Middle East. So hopefully that will be helpful. So having played one game, I'm super impressed and excited, and there was a moment where I was down to 1 blue cure because it was so hard to treat this evolved blue disease. I was down to 1 cube. I don't know if I fucked that up, but I was down to 1 cube, and so I was on the verge of losing. I did get 5 outbreaks, which was fine for winning, but what that does for the future, let me show you. Washington is at panic level 1. Delhi is in panic level 1. And then, of course, London's in level 2. There's one other in level 1. Oh, Bangkok. So, London is rioting and will be rioting for the entire year. So I will not be able to fly into or out of London or ever build a research station there. So that's great. If it gets up to level 4, it's going to be really hard to get into. So awesome start for the first month, and can't wait to play again.